Good morning, everybody. My name is Monty Chavez. I'm the Director of Communications for the Diocese of Las Vegas. I want to thank everybody for coming here and joining us and taking the time to be here with us as we share some exciting news. I want to make an introduction to our special guest with us. We have our Shepherd, the Most Reverend George Leo Thomas, along with our Auxiliary Bishop, the Most Reverend Gregory Gordon. We also have with us the Most Reverend Daniel Muggenberg, Bishop of Reno, and the Most Reverend Oscar Solis, Bishop of Salt Lake City. And we are also graced to have the Most Reverend Richard Higgins, Bishop of Reno, and he is Auxiliary Bishop of the Military State. Retired. So, thank you, bishops, for being with us today. We're going to have some remarks, and we'll take a few questions from the media. And so, it is at this time, it gives me a great joy to welcome our shepherd, Most Reverend George Leo Thomas.
Just about 5.5 years ago that I received the phone call from the Papal Nuncio, Archbishop Christophe Pierre, asking me to leave my last diocese in Helena, Montana, where I was serving happily for 14 years, to come to the Diocese of Las Vegas. And he said to me in that phone call, the diocese in Las Vegas has grown too complex to send a new bishop. We're asking you to leave your diocese presently and to transfer. And I came out here knowing two people, Bishop Pepe and my cousin who lives here. And my cousin, the morning of my installation, said to me, Bishop, everybody knows Vegas, you'll discover Las Vegas. And Las Vegas has been for me one of the most beautiful encounters and beautiful treasures that I could ever experience. I asked the nuncio, what are the complexities? And he said to me, the first thing, there is a pronounced shortage of priests and seminarians, exponential growth in the laity, the need to build new parishes and establishment of schools. What else? There were several things. I said to him, whatever you're listing, I said, I know that it's time consuming, but not daunting. I said, the one thing I can do is bring wise and gifted people around a common table so we can solve anything. Well, just a week ago yesterday, I received another call from the Papal Nuncio. And he informed me that I believe that this, the dynamism of this local church, the vitality of the parishes and the communities also has come to the attention of the Holy See. And so he said to me, as of Tuesday, May 30th, 12 o'clock Vatican time, the Vatican will establish the Diocese of Las Vegas as an archdiocese, and you'll become the Archbishop of this new diocese. So I was very, very moved by what he said. But as I said to the priest a little bit earlier, I feel very grateful to the Holy See and to certainly to Pope Francis, who I love very deeply. But I said the honor and the glory belongs to the priests and to the lay faithful. It is the people laboring out in the fields and in the communities who are really responsible for the dynamism that we are experiencing. We are having exponential growth, to be sure, but our people are receiving just excellent pastoral care. And so the fact that we have now become an archdiocese, I think is certainly a mark of approbation and approval by the Holy Father. Most especially, it is to the credit of the lay faithful and of our priests. So I say to them, thank you. Right. At the end of June, on the 28th, I will be going to Rome with many pilgrims from here, but also some more clergy, and we'll be receiving a special vestment from the Holy Father called a pallium. It's a woollen vestment, and it marks the Metropolitan Archbishops across the world receive that. I did last year. There were 44 from 33 different countries. I'm told that I'm the only American who is becoming an Archbishop in the United States this year. So I have this very special time to be able to be at the tomb of St. Peter and to receive the vestment that is placed on his tomb the night before. Of course, it gives a very special connection between the Holy Father and his apostolic ministry and our own, and of course, connection to the ancient See of Peter. So it's a real great honor, and we're hoping and praying that several of our pilgrims from the area can be there. And then fast forward to the Feast of the Guardian Angels on October 2nd. We'll have a major celebration at the Shrine of the Most Holy Redeemer, and the Papal Nuncio, Archbishop Christophe Pierre, will come from Washington, D.C., and he'll place that pallium, or that vestment from the Holy See, over my shoulders, and formally establish the Diocese of Las Vegas as the Archdiocese. As of 3 o'clock this morning, the nuncio said to me, you use your new title at 3 o'clock, and you use the Archdiocese of Las Vegas beginning today. So it's really a day of celebration and a day of jubilee for all of us. I haven't seen the priest smile this much in years, despite the thing. And I'm very grateful to our remarkable chancery staff for your support and for extending my ministry so well out in the field. So I'm just so proud of you and very grateful. Bishop Gordon, would you want to say a few things?
Thanks so much, Archbishop Thomas. That'll take a little bit of getting used to for all of us, I think.
Especially me.
Well, yesterday there were 33 Latin Rite archdioceses in the United States. Today there are 34, adding the Archdiocese of Las Vegas. Pope Francis has created this ecclesiastical province of Las Vegas, comprising the Metropolitan Archbishop, Archdiocese of Las Vegas, and the suffragan dioceses of Reno and Salt Lake City. How blessed we are to have Bishop Muggenborg and Bishop Solis here with us, the entire group of this new province created by Pope Francis. Yesterday there were 33 archbishops in the United States. Today there are 34. The Holy Father has named Most Reverend George Leo Thomas as the first Archbishop of Las Vegas. So congratulations, Archdiocese of Las Vegas Province. Congratulations, Archbishop. And that's what we're celebrating today. First, I think something all of us know very well. This creation by Pope Francis is a reflection of the tremendous growth in Las Vegas. Many ways, with growth in population, in homes, and in hotels, and in a sports arena, but it's also spiritual growth in the number of baptized, growth in the number of parishes and schools and other apostolates. In my own 50 years living in Nevada, we've seen this diocese grow from Reno to then Reno, Las Vegas, then the creation of Las Vegas Diocese, and today, this very happy day, the Archdiocese of Las Vegas. But there is another reason why we're celebrating today. Being created in Archdiocese by Pope Francis at this moment in our church's history is certainly a reflection of the Holy Father's confidence in the spiritual leadership of this particular church under Archbishop Thomas. Isn't it true? We just heard it now. Archbishop Thomas is always thanking us, his priests and deacons, religious, laymen, laywomen, for all the work we do in parishes and apostolates in the diocese, but we know the truth, don't we? That work would not be done if it weren't for the fact that the shepherd to the shepherds is so active and so engaged as he's called to be as priest, prophet, and king. He sanctifies us, teaches us, and governs us as a good shepherd. So Archbishop Thomas, we thank you for all you've done these past 5 years in our new Archdiocese. We look forward, hopefully, some of us here in this room, to accompanying you when you receive the pallium by Pope Francis on June 29th. And we look forward to seeing you when you're vested with that same pallium by Archbishop Christophe Pierre, the Apostolic Nuncio in Las Vegas in October. But more than that, we look forward to working with you in your pastoral ministry, guiding the Archdiocese of Las Vegas for many, many years to come. As we say, I was at Bishop Muckenborg, as we said in the seminary a while back, multus gloriosque annos, Your Excellency, Archbishop Thomas. Congratulations. Archbishop Thomas asked me just to do a kind of a thumbnail sketch of a process that has gone on in these past really 10 months. It's a kind of amazingly smooth process in a short period of time. Early inquiries into the possibility of an archdiocese, of a new province in Nevada and Utah, really kind of goes back to the creation of Las Vegas in 1995. Some of us were serving here then. But decades of growth, decades of censuses showing how Nevada and Utah lead the nation as among the fastest growing states has brought us to this point. In the 5 southern counties of Nevada, comprise the Archdiocese of Las Vegas, over 750,000 Catholics. The Holy Father giving to Las Vegas an auxiliary reflects that growth and a confirmation in the leadership of Archbishop Thomas. But what happened? This proposal for a new ecclesial province received the support of all of the ordinaries who are here today and their colleges of consultors, I think unanimously. Under the careful guidance of Archbishop Corleone, we had an extraordinary provincial meeting last July, and we had the support of all 10 diocesan bishops of the former San Francisco province, again, unanimously. Then it was shared with the Administrative Committee of the USCCB and the Canonical Affairs Committee of the USCCB. And then it was brought to the body of bishops in Baltimore last November. And the unanimous, tremendous support of all of the bishops of the United States was truly something that is not often seen or often witnessed, but was for the creation of the Diocese of Las Vegas. The Apostolic Nuncio gave his positive votum. It goes to the Holy See, the Secretary of State, and the dicastery for bishops, and those dicasteries in turn advised Pope Francis, who today, 3 o'clock our time, May 30th, 2023, created the ecclesiastical province of Las Vegas, the Archdiocese of Las Vegas, and a new archbishop here. This is the first time this has happened in our country since 2004, when in a kind of a different path, it was done for the Archdiocese of Galveston, Houston. But in this generation, we're witnesses to, we're recipients of this blessing and this naming from the Holy Father, Archdiocese of Las Vegas. So congratulations, members of the Archdiocese, for working together with Archbishop Thomas. Thomas mentioned some of the celebrations. Rome, June 29th, October 2nd, Las Vegas. As we have more information about these celebrations, we will send memos out to the priests, the deacons, the chancery staff, the community that works very closely with Archbishop Thomas on how we may be able to participate in that. This is certainly a time in the church when we're also called to pray. And so we do have a prayer that's been composed for the Archdiocese of Las Vegas. We do ask pastors especially if you could share that with your faithful and pray that prayer and after Mass or in Mass each day up until the Feast of Saints Peter and Paul when the pallium is handed on. I'd like to call to the podium now for some words our two diocesan bishops visiting us, who are now the two suffragan dioceses of the new ecclesiastical province of Las Vegas. This is a truly ecclesial event today. You don't often see this, so please join me here at the podium, Bishop Daniel Muggenborg, Bishop of Reno. We overlapped some years in the seminary together in Rome, and Bishop Oscar Solis of Salt Lake City, a good neighbor in whose diocese we now make our clergy study days for priests and deacons of Las Vegas. We thank them for coming all the way to Las Vegas today to be a part of this announcement.
Thank you, Bishop Gordon. And it is really with great joy, Archbishop Thomas, and profound gratitude as well, that I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you and to the Archdiocese of Las Vegas on this momentous occasion. This is a significant milestone, and it marks a new chapter in the life of the Church, especially here in Nevada, but in the entire Great Basin region of the United States. It reflects, as has already been commented, not only the spiritual growth, but also the dedication that has taken root here during the last 28 years since the diocese was founded itself. And in the last months, it's been a particular blessing for me to work collaboratively in many ways with you, especially in the Nevada Catholic Conference. And the Diocese of Reno certainly looks forward to continuing and deepening our working collaboratively as a member of this newly established province of Las Vegas. Congratulations to everyone here in the local Church of Las Vegas and in the Great Basin region.
Good morning, everyone. It is a great honor and privilege to join you in the Metropolitan Archdiocese of Las Vegas in this milestone and celebration of God's blessing to this local church here in Nevada. On behalf of the people of the Salt Lake City Diocese, the Ph.D. State of Utah, I extend to you our warmest congratulations for this wonderful moment in the history of the local church of the Archdiocese of Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing happens by accident or coincidence in the church. It is always the movement of the Holy Spirit that inspires priests, religious men and women, as well as the laity, in order to build a vibrant and dynamic church. And so I credit all of your efforts, especially the pastoral leadership of Archbishop Thomas, for building this strong church in the Great Basin, which now includes the cute little Diocese of Salt Lake City. It is wonderful to be a God's growing and vibrant church, because the flow of the Spirit comes also to the Great Basin, which is Salt Lake City. And so I join you in joy and gratitude, and for the tremendous responsibility that the church has handed on to you in order to continue the tremendous growth, not only of the place, but as well as of the spiritual life of the people of Las Vegas, Nevada, Reno, and Salt Lake City. That's what we say at Multos Annos. Thank you so much.
And now we're going to go to the press who's with us, joining us today on this blessed day.
So if there's any questions from the press, if you want to state your name, what station you're with, and then to which bishop or archbishop you're addressing the question. Josh.
Hi, I'm Joshua Kelly. I just have this question for Archbishop Thomas. Can you just tell us, you read census and Pew data showing that less Americans, especially Gen Z and millennials, are going to church. And so tell us how the demographic of the Diocese of Las Vegas, like, where is that growth coming from?
We estimate that we have around 650,000 persons who are attending our parishes rather regularly, and an additional 200,000 who are either undocumented or unregistered. So we're somewhere in that mid-8 category. I'd say about 35 or 37% are Hispanic, Latino, very large Filipino population, and of course the Caucasian community. We have 58 language groups who are presently worshiping in our churches. We're also told we're getting 50,000 Californians coming to Clark County every year, and an estimated 30% of that number as well is said to be Roman Catholic. So we are getting an influx. Our parishes are very active. 2 of our parishes now have 40,000 registered parishioners. So 9 and 10 masses. Our masses are oftentimes standing room only. So there's a vibrancy out in the community, and again, I attribute it to the pastoral care of the lay faithful and of our clergy living and laboring so effectively among these communities.
You know, can you tell us about the challenges of being a Catholic in an archdiocese in a city that has a moniker as Sin City?
Well, I go back to the from the letter of St. Paul, that where sin is present, grace abounds. And I think that's exactly what happened. When I mentioned earlier my cousin's remark about going to Las Vegas, which is the Strip, that I would discover Las Vegas, I have found that this is a very strong, faith-filled, family-oriented community. And I honestly believe that it is in direct reaction to the carnality and secularity of the Strip. The people own their faith, they're proud of it, and they live it. And I think that it is exactly what St. Paul said. Grace is abounding.
We also have with us some virtual media. Do we have any questions back there?
God is good.
Well, if there's not any more questions, thank you all again for coming here and joining us today. We're going to close with a special prayer for our new Archdiocese. And so, Father Miguel, if you could have some of the seminarians pass out these prayer cards quickly, we will close with this and then ask Archbishop Thomas for his blessing. And then we will
Another sign of our growth is that in the 5 years that we have been together, our number of seminarians has tripled. We have now started out with 4, and we'll have 11 or 12 in the following year. And again, for me, it's another sign of the vitality of the local church.
And those are yours to keep, so pray it often.
Especially the part where you pray for the bishop. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Let us pray. Oh God,
we give you thanks for our new Archdiocese, the Metropolitan See of Las Vegas. May our Archdiocese make visible the one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. Graciously bestow your gifts upon our Archbishop, that he may preside in the place of Christ, and teach, sanctify, and govern us in love. Grant that the faithful may be so united to their shepherd, and gathered together in the Holy Spirit, with the gospel and the Eucharist, as to be a sign and instrument to the world of the presence of Christ, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, God forever and ever. Amen.
Holy Family, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Pray for us.
Saints Peter and Paul.
Pray for us.
Mary, Mother of the Church.
Pray for
In
us.
the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to the press and media for your presence here. And it's party time.